What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we're talking about this Washington football team name debacle that hit Dan Snyder and company this past week. And I've watched some stuff on it, and shout out first of all to Jerome Garcia for a nice, concise article. All right, I am a slow reader, and it's nice just to have a small little article, get to the point, and give us the specifics. And what he says is basically the Washington football team was turned down by the USPTO, the trademark office, for getting the Washington football team trademark. And the reason is because this guy, Mr. Philip McCauley, who's trademarked a bunch of different names that could be the potential name for the Washington football team, but he's done it, and he's just some weird Virginia guy who says he's apparently some dude that's just like an anti-trademark holder who basically said if the team called him, he would just give it to him. But apparently that may not be the case. I know the last time I heard him talk, he was saying the team never reached out to him. So maybe, I don't know if Dan Snyder just refuses to even reach out to him because he doesn't want to deal with him or what. So he was trying to just go around the process. But maybe because he didn't reach out to him, now this guy's being more stiff. Or maybe the guy was just lying the whole time, and he's like, oh, I actually did plan on making money off of this and making them pay me to take the trademark off me. Because apparently this guy has made, because he had a clothing business, so he's made T-shirts and other clothing saying these names. And he specifically holds Washington Football Club, and they said that that's too close to that name to get the trademark. Another thing is apparently it's saying it's geographically descriptive to then it has the likelihood of confusion with a man who successfully trademarked Washington Football Team Club or Washington Football Club. So there's a couple of things that have made it hard on the Washington football team. And before we go any further on this, I just want to say this because this sucks. This realization, it sucks for me because I'm a big Redwolves guy. I want the Washington Redwolves. I have a video on why I think the Redwolves would be the best name for this team moving forward. But this right here kills the Washington football team turning into the Redwolves. So if you had any hopes of the Redwolves being a thought, it's done. Because if they have problems with the Washington football team, which is what I believe that the season ticket holders want, there's no shot we get this done, because if Dan Snyder doesn't want to go through the process to get Washington football team, he's not going to go through the same process because the same guy holds Washington Redwolves as well as a bunch of others. Here's a list of ones that he holds, and this is not even all of them because he holds Washington football team, but this is just a list of different things that he holds as well. But he holds Redwolves, so there's no way that they're going to not fight to get Washington football team but then go ahead and fight for the Washington Redwolves. It's just not going to happen because the season ticket holders, unfortunately, don't want Redwolves. Season ticket holders want Washington football team because if they can't have the Redskins, then they don't want any other name, and they just want to be a team with no name then. That's kind of where they're stuck because now they can wear their old gear in their mind, even though I think you could do that anyway. But you could wear your old gear, and you could still call them the Redskins, basically. Like the season ticket holders are like, I don't care what you say, I can and cannot call them. They're the Washington Redskins, and if we give them a new name, now they can't be the Washington Redskins anymore, right? So that sucks that Washington Redwolves is pretty much out. It's done. It will not be the Washington Redwolves moving forward because there's no way that they were going to fight for the Redwolves and not Washington football team. But this also doesn't mean that the Washington football team is dead. They can file appeals basically saying that this guy was just being a jerk that basically says, hey, he's not actually using it. He just wanted to try to make a bag. Or they could go to him and just be like, hey, we'll pay you this amount of money to get off the trademark. Or they could try to do the legal battle. Or they could move on in a whole different direction. Maybe they try something completely that nobody's thought of and comes out of left field for the new team name. My guess, though, is that they're going to find a way to keep the Washington football team name. As I said, the season ticket holders have spoken, and that is who funds Dan Snyder's pockets. It is money talks, right? BS walks. But we're going to have Washington football team. This is just a hiccup in the road. This is not going to be anything they're making it more dramatic than it actually is because you got to talk about something. It's the off season, right? No football is going on, but it is a problem. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not a problem because if they didn't get the trademark, then they can't exclusively sell clothing on it, and that's just not going to stand. Like, he's going to have to do something to fix that problem. But I believe that this will get situated. It's not going to be the end of the road by any stretch for the Washington football team name sticking around. I just don't see what else they could be possibly interested in. I know they gave us that whole list of names. It was garbage, that whole list. Devil Cats. The list of names was insane. The stupidness coming out of it. But and I know another popular one was Red Tails. This guy has Red Tails. This guy has War Hogs. So if Washington Football Club is too close to Washington Football Team, I would imagine Washington Hogs. I know a lot of people liked the idea of maybe being called the Hogs. War Hogs is too going to be close to that. There's a lot on here. I know Monuments was on the list. That's not going to happen because they have it. So basically, if this guy has the trademark, there's a list of names it's not going to be. It is. They're not going to fight for it. They're just not. They're not going to fight for it either because they're not going to let him demand it because maybe he's like, oh, well, I want Redwolves. I will only give you that one for free. Otherwise, if you want any other one, you're going to have to pay for it because I don't want any other one because I'm a fan and I want the Redwolves. Or, list another name. I want the Warriors because I have the Warriors and you can't have the Warriors. Or you could have the Warriors for free, but if you want anything else, you can't have it because I don't want Washington Football Team. They're not going to let him decide the name like that. That's just not going to happen. But Washington Football Team, in my opinion, is here to stay. They'll figure it out. And that is going to be our name moving forward so that the old heads can call it Washington Redskins. The new people could get behind the Washington Football Team. I know Street Scores was talking about, you could flip it to say we are the football team of the National Football. I think it's stupid. Football team, I think, is dumb because it's literally a meme of people that don't watch sports to go football team. It's just a joke of a name in my opinion, but it is what it is. I'm going to watch the team no matter what they're called. It sucks because I would love to be the Redwolves, but it is what it is. You guys let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also in the description below, there's a Discord link. Hop in our Discord and come talk football. And last but not least, there are donation links in the description below. If you feel so kind, you could donate to the channel. And until next time. See ya!